The walk of a winner. An all-smiling Nicola Sturgeon strolled into the Emirates Arena with reasonable optimism after polls suggested the SNP would romp to another majority victory. Greeted by the many activists and SNP candidates, the First Minister waltzed through the crowds, thanking those who gave up their time to help in the Glasgow count. It was a stomping night for the SNP in Glasgow as they swept aside an embattled Labour Party to turn the city yellow, but they surprisingly stopped short of their target of 65 MSPs to win a majority. The First Minister may have increased her majority to over 10,000 in Glasgow South Side, but will not have control over Holyrood. Despite this, the First Minister is still adamant her party will stand up for Scotland.
I have nothing but confidence in this great country of ours. It will be my honour to lead it, and I will always do it to the very best of my ability. Thank you very much indeed.
After the result came in as cheers from the SNP supporters became a familiar backdrop. Maryhill and Springburn, Pollock, Provan and Rutherglen all fell to the Nationalists as the Labour vote crumbled across the country. For the first time since the Scottish Parliament began, Labour finished third in an election, with the party leader Kezia Dugdale losing to the SNP but winning a seat on the regional list. In total, Labour lost 13 seats across the country. That being said, senior Labour figure Anis Sarwar backs Kezia Dugdale to remain as Scottish Labour leader.
I think it would be wrong and a folly on our part if we thought this was somehow purely a personality issue. It's not. Kezia Dugdale is the right leader for the Scottish Labour Party. She's got the confidence, the charm, the charisma to lead us going forward. She's put us on the right track in terms of a policy platform.
It was a stunning night for the Scottish Conservatives as they swept Labour aside. Now titled the Leader of the Opposition, Ruth Davidson surprisingly won her seat in Edinburgh Central, rounding off a resounding night for the party, and the new opposition leader was quick to challenge the SNP.
But if I am, by any small measure, elected to be the main opposition party, I promise that I will serve to the very best of my ability. It's a role that I take seriously.
The demise of Labour also saw a successful night for the Greens and the Liberal Democrats. Despite not winning a constituency seat, Patrick Harvey saw his party deliver their best ever result in an election. Amongst the cheering fans, Harvey gave an optimistic message about the future with the Greens.
It's really beyond our wildest dreams, beyond what we've managed to do in the past. The scale of a campaign that we've put on, the ability to reach those voters who've thought about voting Green in the past and haven't, to reach them with a strong message about how we can push the Scottish Government beyond its comfort zone.
Despite retaining the same number of MSPs, the Lib Dem saw an increase in their vote share in this election, as well as winning a key battleground seat in Edinburgh Western. Alex Cole-Hamilton claimed victory in the capital by fending off both SNP and Conservative candidates and is overwhelmed with the win.
This is an important milestone on the Lib Dem fight back, and I think with gaining unexpectedly both Edinburgh Western and North East Fife against the odds shows that the Lib Dems are back, and you can never write us off.
It was a night of mixed emotions for parties in Scotland. Ecstasy for the Tories as they moved Labour aside into second spot. The Lib Dems and the Greens showed some successes, but for Scottish Labour it was another harrowing result in an election. The SNP will form Scotland's next government, although it will not be the majority they would have hoped for. Nicola Sturgeon will remain Scotland's First Minister, but the next 5 years will not be as smooth as she was expecting. Ronnie Charters, Caley News, Glasgow.